Rich changes lives. He changed my life. He has changed, I would argue, hundreds, if not thousands of students' lives.
Rich lives by this motto, to whom much is given, much is required. And he lives that every day. The best way to honor those that poured into him is to pay it forward.
You combine compassion with brilliance and you mix that in with service towards mankind, you end up with a wonderful recipe. That's Rich Reddick.
From an early age, he was really fascinated with school, very eager to learn. So we would play school, but then I found out that this guy is like really pretty smart. Mom and Dad have always been great parents. My dad was stationed at RAF Lakenheath. So the two of us did have a British accent when we lived in England.
He's a military kid and got a chance to live abroad, and then for his final K-12 years, spent time here, was really reestablished himself as an Austinite.
When he was in high school, he did get a scholarship for $20K at UT. He really enjoyed campus life. He fit in really well here.
One of the reasons why he has been so effective both as a scholar and as an academic leader is because of his own lived experience. You know, he is a first-generation college graduate.
I believe that he is so committed to helping and mentoring students is because he had wonderful mentors himself.
I was working in the Dean of Students office when I first met Richard Reddick. Richard was a quiet young man, was one of my first hires. No one could look at him then and figure he would develop into the charismatic leader he has become. He became a role model to attract others. His academic prowess became evident, resulting in his earning a Plan to Honors degree.
So he went from UT to Harvard. We were all like, wow, my goodness, I can't believe you're going to Harvard.
I felt like Rich was the Vince Young of our recruitment class. You know, we had just won the national championship, and I just thought he was this 5-star recruit, just a real leader on campus. Then went on to get his master's at Harvard, and I predicted that he would just make an indelible mark on the university. So it was no surprise to me that he was named Senior Vice Provost and Dean of Undergraduate Studies, because he lived it. He believed in it.
He was this great scholar who did work on mentorship. And then to be able to come and want to share the knowledge that was gained from Harvard, but also from his practitioner experience having worked in higher ed, we saw a shift to being engaged in the scholarship that changes the field. He wrote a book, Restorative Resistance, and acknowledges how difficult it could be at times to be a person of color and advocating for change.
Dr. Reddick is uniquely situated to kind of speak to those issues. And most important thing, which is the ethos of any university, and particularly the University of Texas, to tell the truth. So this podcast is Black Austin Matters, is really about truth telling.
Eyes of Texas was a pivotal point, I would argue, in the recent history of UT. The scholar practitioner that Rich is, let's look at original and primary documents to better understand what the intention was behind the song and how it was created, and bringing a committee of folks together along in that experience and process.
I think Rich did a phenomenal job in working with others, working with the administration, working with alums. And in those kind of no-win situations, the best thing you can do is listen and take into account how people are feeling, chronicle it. I dare say he's probably the only person on campus who had that credibility to be able to navigate that, and I give him so much credit for doing a great job.
I think for me, Rich's success at game shows is indicative and speaks to his ability to be giftedly and brilliant, but his personality and ability and character that come across.
You know, he's almost like Secretariat, right? He almost won the Triple Crown.
When he was on Wheel of Fortune, Rich won $34,000 for himself and $50,000 for the University of Texas. So the next show was Jeopardy! There was no doubt in my mind that he would do well on that show. And he actually did.
Came close to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But I will say this, even if he had won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he still would be a faculty member here at UT. That's just how committed he is.
Rich's family, Sherry and him have been together since high school. That is so beautiful. And it's so rare, their love for each other and the joy and beauty that they have in their 2 children.
I will say our family, we've never been prouder of him. He's, a wonderful human being in general, and we are so proud of him.
So in 2012, when he received the Young Alumni Award from the Texas Exes, it was just a sign, an expected and prestigious sign that he is fulfilling the promise that we all saw back when he was an undergraduate.
There's so many of us who are in our positions and who are leading successful lives because he has poured into us. His philosophy is you bring others with you. You share, you uplift, and that's something he's done his entire life.